Okay, so I've been make this video for a while now, but I've been just lazy as shit. But honestly, now was probably the best time to do it because of all the fucking new influx of players. And maybe some of them will think that barricading is interesting. They want to do it, but they don't want to look like a fucking idiot in front of everyone. Don't want to get rubbered. Now, this video is meant for that specific reason. But if some people are already well known to Cading and they want to see how I devo the 100% win rate cater, of course they want to see how my mindset goes into Cading and how I do it. I mean, this video is meant for that as well. But if you still don't think this video is enough, there's gonna be a video I'm gonna link in the description made by Abe. It's a little bit outdated, but there's still some good fucking little tidbits that you can learn in there. I mean, knowledge, you can go fuck it. You can always never go wrong with knowledge. So I hope you learned something in this video and use it in the server, and I hope to see you there. Let's get started. So first of all, the best advice that I can give to any cater that's willing to get better is to turn on prop snap and put it at 15 degrees. This option alone has made me such a better cater because it's so much easier to replace, and I'll get into replacing maybe later in this video in the next part. It's easier to align props with this option. Like trust me, this is such a game changer for caters, and I don't see a lot of new caters using this option, so I recommend it. So of course, you at every start of the game you want to grab as much props as you can for your sigil, but the props that you can get and the size of the sigil that you claim will all depend on the map, but you know that will come with playing the game more. Now I also do recommend leaving some props for the other sigils. So like for example, you have the best sigil in the map. You don't want to have that one sigil be the only one and it's only wave 3. That's gonna be so fucking hard for yourself. You want to have at least 2 to 3 sigils before the start of wave 4, so it can be easier for you and everyone else. So an H main win is guaranteed. You know what I mean? So of course, the very first prop that you should always grab are base props. And what base props are either long and big props that you can fit smaller props into. It's kind of like a little snuggie, you know what I mean? And a very good example of what a base prop is this prop I'm about to grab is a kitchen table, cafeteria table. And in my opinion, this is the best fucking base prop there is because you can fit almost every small fucking prop like in it, you know what I mean? But you also got to be careful with the way you make your cade. I mean, you can make the prettiest cade, the best cade, but the melee mainer is gonna be fucking useless. I mean, yeah, of course, melee mains. I mean, who gives a shit? But you gotta be nice to the melee mains. You want to maximize your DPS. You want to make it easier for yourself. And then also in this video that you're watching, you see me trying to put a radiator in front of the cafeteria table. Now I like to call these delay props. And what delay props are just props that you put in front of the main base prop, so the zombies will take longer to break it. Now this is a good way for to learn replacing, which I'll get into later. But this is a really good way to make your cades last longer. And to make your cades last longer, you should get as much, delay props as you can in the beginning as well. So whenever that one breaks, you keep replacing, so it'll take them super long to get to your main prop. So now we skip a few waves. It's now wave 5. This is kind of where shit hits the fan. And as you see in this video, I have both the top and bottom prop are both cafeteria tables because they're the easiest to layer, of course, and they're my favorite base props to use. But regardless, doesn't matter how fucking layered my cade can be, if you don't know how to replace, don't know when to replace, your cade can potentially go down really fast. Less than 30 seconds, 1 minute to a wave. That's why it usually comes with time. So if you're not really good at it the first few times, don't get too hurt about it. Everyone starts from somewhere, right? But don't worry about it, right? Let's say your cade is going down really fast. What I'm looking at right now, the prop transponder, this is gonna be your new best friend, right? But let's just say example, your cade is doing really fine. Zombies are not really breaking much. This is your one good way of getting the K props without having to go outside the cade. But there's one caveat. Back then, you were able to print those types of props, but now the way the prop transponder works is it will detect all the props in the map. And let's say for example, there's no radiator in the map. It's not gonna print radiators. It's something like that. So if it has radiators in the map, there's a chance it can print it. And this is a different video, it's a different map, but we'll get back to the other one later. It's just me replacing, which I believe is the most best and efficient way, in my opinion, of replacing props. What I would do is I would pre-nail the prop I was going to replace with next to the entrance, and then I would replace the prop that was about to break. And as you see here, the canister is about to break, and I replace it with the wood board, and I didn't need to move it at all because I already pre-nailed it. Now, everyone's different with their replacing, but for me personally, this is honestly the best way to do it. So now we're going to get into the last point of the video, which is repairing. Now, I think repairing is just as important as replacing the props, but that's why there's repair mains in the server. But the rare chance that there isn't one, what you should do is usually save up for a drill or buy the Mjolnir. Now, if you're going to go for the drill route, I suggest going to all sigil rifts, not all of them, maybe 3, and try to get the nanite battery from a bounty token. That'll make your repairing much more better. And if you feel like you want the Mjolnir, I mean, fuck it. It's a T6 melee that can be turned into a hammer. I mean, who wouldn't want that? Don't make the same mistake I do most of the time, is where I usually push out and I made a really great fucking Cade trying to get to the sigil rift, but I end up fucking dying. That's the worst thing that can happen to you. I mean, we're caters, man. We don't have fucking guns. The fuck? Like, we're saving up for a hammer. You know, just don't make that same mistake. And now you're on your way to becoming the next greatest cater Sunrust has to offer. Now, again, this is not going to be the only video I'm going to make about cading. I'm going to go a little bit more in depth about the ways you can cade and stuff like that. But I hope in this first video you've learned a lot, you know, and I hope you get to use some of this to your advantage, because you already have, you know, you've learned from the best. And again, if you haven't learned enough and you want to learn more, there's going to be a video in the bottom, Abe's video, that you can learn more about. And so thank you for watching, and enjoy the rest of these last 20 seconds of me win cading. And you're on your way to becoming a 100% win rate cater. Let's fucking go.
We are one way from that. So one, let's go.
I like the flow goes with me, bro.
Take the next
you might wanna leave, guys.
Yeah, I'm taking them to the free lane.
Oh, someone got trimmed.